We got a special guest today, Jessica Daniels. She is one of our preferred insurance agents.
Hey guys, I'm Jessica and I work for Platinum One Insurance Services in Westlake Village. We are a personal and commercial lines brokerage that my father actually started the agency about 25 years ago, and I have been working there for about 2.5 years now. My brother Joe runs the firm and he has been there about 10 years now. We have the ability to shop amongst all different carriers that we have appointments with, and we are appointed with over 150 carriers that we have access to. We shop at finding the best rate for, making sure that the coverage is sufficient, of course, and then looking at rates as well to determine what the best fit for each client is. All of our clients have our direct cell phone number, so if there is, an issue or you need a quote or anything comes up, that we are always able to be reached rather than calling 800 number, or you can call, our office direct.
No, you have been great. Yeah, there's been multiple clients where we've inquired to get a policy and you're talking to them after hours, getting them quotes, showing side by side. So definitely appreciate all your help as well. So what are you seeing is the biggest obstacle in your industry today?
Definitely brush risk. I would say that
brush risk is in fire?
Correct, yes. 90% of California, they're deeming a high fire zone and a high brush zone, meaning it's definitely insurable. It's not a matter of if the properties can be insured. It's a matter of talking to the client, finding out what their needs are and what their wants are as far as coverage goes, and then approaching the right markets.
Okay, so the advice you would give if somebody's just starting to look, just got pre-approved up to $1 million, what is the advice you would give them right now?
So with my clients, as soon as they have an address or a property that they're in escrow on, I'll instantly start running quotes for them, giving them kind of an idea of what it is. Or if I have a client who's looking to purchase a new house, we'll get an idea of what, coverages are that they're looking for and where the risk is. There's homes that could be on one side of the hill that are 10 times more expensive to insure just because of the location, and then we have homes that are on the opposite side that can be a third of the price and easier to obtain a traditional homeowner's policy.
Yeah, because when I first started real estate 14 years ago, it was like something where the buyers waited until the last week to wrap up insurance and I haven't decided yet. Now it seems like that whole process has been changed because it's not a guarantee anymore. Now it's like, hey, we're writing an offer. Jessica, can you please give us a quote to see if this is even doable?
I always recommend once you open escrow, reach out to your agent, whether it's you have a broker or you go directly with a carrier, just seeing what the fire risk is and depending on where the brush is. If it is trickier risk, it can take a little bit longer to obtain a quote. If it's something that not really in a high fire zone, I can get a quote out in a day. So it's not a matter of necessarily if the property is insurable. Every property is absolutely insurable. It's a matter of location. It's a matter of, our time frame. I'll have a client call me and be like, hey, I'm closing escrow tomorrow. It could be an easier risk where I could get it done, or it could be something where it's like, hey, I need a day or two to get a quote out so I can send it out to market and work with our underwriters to obtain a quote.
And how long does it take the underwriters to get back to you once you give them an address and say, hey, can we turn this around quick to see if we get approved?
Typically anywhere from 3 to 5 days depending on what we're looking at. We deal with properties anywhere from, I just insured a condo that was $300,000, and then I'm working on a deal right now that the property's $16 million, and we're doing a fair plan with an excess fair plan and what's called a difference in conditions. And
a fair plan is like a supplemental for fire risk, and then you have to get additional insurance then, correct?
Correct. So a fair plan is going to cover you for fire, and then a difference in conditions is a homeowner's policy that excludes fire.
Which includes personal property, or it excludes the damage to the property, everything other than fire, earthquake, and all that stuff.
Correct. So earthquake and flood will always be separate, but if we can't obtain a traditional homeowner's policy, we will get a fair plan with a difference in conditions. The difference in conditions is a homeowner's policy excluding fire, so you'll have your liability, personal property, loss of use, you'll have every coverage as far as that goes.
Who is your ideal client?
My main thing is being able to truly explain to you exactly what you're buying and making sure that you know exactly what it is. So if someone who's purchasing a house knows nothing about insurance, when I get on the phone with them, I love being able to sit there and go through everything A to Z and explain it to them, see exactly what their wants and needs are, what their outcome goal is, and kind of build them a policy amongst that.
Just residential? Is it commercial? Is it multi-units, condos, houses? Is there locations?
So our office specializes in all personal and commercial lines. I specialize in traditional personal lines, homeowners, earthquake, auto,
Okay.
There's no specific risk. I've dealt with clients anywhere from, like I just said, a $300,000 house that's in Agora Hills, a condo, and then I'm working on one in Palisades right now that's about $16 million.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely a wide net. You're great too with our clients. Do you have any advice for our watchers that you think it would be good that they would know?
I would say a lot of people right now are just very taken back and kind of scared about the whole insurance thing when they're looking at new properties and when they're in the position to start looking to buy a house. Definitely not something to be scared about. A lot of people think that every property is uninsurable, which is not the case by any means. There's absolutely policy for every single home out there. It's just a matter of what your wants and needs are, and it's a matter of premium that's going to come back.
The premium, yeah. You're saying that there's not a property you've come across where your underwriters have said we absolutely cannot insure this. That's good.
I've never had a situation where I've had to turn down a client. We've definitely had to mold and build a policy to make sure that we're guaranteeing them the proper coverage and making sure that they're getting exactly what's needed and what they're looking to obtain. And it sometimes will take a little bit longer. We've had escrow pushed out a couple of days here and there. But as far as getting a policy, absolutely not. We've never had something that we could not insure.
And you're open to all of California, outside of California, Southern California?
We do all of California. We are licensed in about 8 or 9 other states. I typically don't write out there. We do more commercial stuff, or some of our clients who have bigger accounts that have properties outside of California, we will insure those as well, just to make sure everything is managed under one roof.
That's cool. Again, thank you for coming in. That was Jessica Daniels again. We'll provide the link to your website, so if anyone has any questions, they can reach out to you. You're definitely in good hands. Again, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, guys.
All right, thanks, Jessica.